Hi class, in chapter 2 we talk about the derivative and the limits, and as you know the derivatives is the slopes and the rate of change and the velocity. We know how to estimate the derivatives, we know the graph of the derivative, we know the definition of the derivative, but if we use definition for every single problem it's going to be tedious. So in this sections, in this chapter, we're going to have tools to find the derivative. Okay, let's go straight into 3.1. So in 3.1, we have the derivative of the polynomials and exponential function. So you see that the first one right here I have for you is a constant. So constant, the derivative of a constant is 0. Now let's talk about power rule. So if you have the derivative of just x, the derivative of just x is going to be 1. Now if the power is 2 or 3, you simply take the power, move it to the front, and subtract 1 from the power. So this is the definition of the power rule. Okay, let's go straight into example 1. You see right here, x to the 6th power. If we want to take the derivative, we bring down 6, and then 6 minus 1 is 5. And then right here, you see we have 1,000, and then 1,000 minus 1 is 999, and so on. So keep that in mind. Now, if you have a negative exponent, same rules apply. Okay, so you just proceed in that manner. Now, you see right here, this is the general version of the power rule. Okay, so if I want to do something like example 2, the first thing you want to do is you want to bring up the variable. So we have x, instead of x squared on the bottom, we have x to the negative 2nd power. Now, taking the derivative, by the way, this is how we write derivative. So we have negative 2x, and then we subtract 1, so it's negative 3. And then don't forget, you can put on the bottom like that. Now, you see right here, this is just a constant. So for part B, it's just a constant, and the derivative of a constant is simply 0. In this case, I have y, so I'm just going to write y prime. It's going to be 0. Okay, so for example 3, what we have is to find an equation of the tangent line and the normal line to the curve, and this is a curve. So we have the curve right here at this point. So hopefully you remember tangent line. The slope of a tangent line is the derivative. Okay, so I'm going to find the derivative of that function, but first, let's rewrite the function. So instead of having y equals x square root of x, I'm going to rewrite. This is just x times x to the 1/2, which is x to the 3/2. Okay, finding y prime. Or you can write like that. So I'm going to take the power to the front, 3/2 minus 1. So is 3/2 x to the 1/2. If you want to go back to write as a square root function, that's fine too. Okay, so the slope of tangent line at 1, 1 is going to be, and then we have to evaluate that. So I'm going to put 1 in here and evaluate. So it's going to be 3/2 square root of 1, which is just 3/2, right? So this is a slope. Now, to find the equation, you simply plug it in, right? You can use y minus y1 equals x minus x1. I'm just going to rewrite as the slope intercept form. So I have y as 1 3/2. That's the slope, 1, and then I'm solving for b. So it's gonna be, I need the LCD. So we have minus 3/2. So that's negative 1/2. So my equation is gonna be y equals 3/2, x minus 1/2. So that's gonna be the equation of the tangent line. All right, now the normal line. Hopefully you still remember the normal line is the perpendicular line to the tangent line. So perpendicular, the slope is going to be the opposite and the reciprocal. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now let's find the normal line. Normal line. So you see that earlier the slope of the tangent line is 3/2. Therefore, the slope of the normal line is going to be 2/3 and the opposite. Okay, so now from there, you can just go ahead and use the equation, plug it in. So I have negative 2/3. I'm sorry. Let's just put 1 in there. So 1 plus b. The same thing. I'm just going to do the LCD. So I have 3/3 this time, LCD. At 2/3, that's going to be b. So b is 5/3, right? So the normal line is going to be y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5/3. And there you have it.